Welcome back to the Satori Sound skill series. Today we're going to discuss the objective skill of how you can turn desire into action. Napoleon Hill once described the mastery of procrastination as a 7th step towards riches. We've all made plans but not put them into practice, right? Another way of framing this is that procrastination can be seen as the opposite of decision making. In the last objective skill, I covered a simple formula to making decisions. However, once you've made that decision, how do you turn that desire into an action? Well, today I'm going to cover how you can work towards anything you want and how you can break these down into simple, actionable steps. There's 6 steps in this process, and the first one is you need to clearly define exactly what it is that you want. If you need help with this step, go back to our objective skill on the 131 decision-making framework. Secondly, how can you get there? If it's a job, what does that person do and be? How do they act? What skills do they have that you don't? What is needed to get you to that place that you want to be? Be honest. Look at it. What is it you're doing? What is it that you could start doing? What is it that you don't know how to do? Study, analyze. Do you need a specific course? Is it shadowing? If you're not sure, find someone who knows how to do the thing you're already doing and ask them for help. Once you're clear on this, break the goal down into smaller actionable steps. Be honest. Set these steps on the edge of your current abilities. You're going to need the little wins to feel successful over time. We're not all top professionals, and sometimes life gets in the way. You need to make these achievable, but stretch yourself. Then be clear on the success measure that you're taking. You can use SMART objectives if you want, or what are the key results? The 5th step, acknowledge what you might need to sacrifice and the changes and the daily effort that it might take. What is it that you're prepared to give up to get to your destination? Do you need to change your environment at all? You also need to be honest with yourself. You won't always feel motivated. You're going to have to learn to accept that sometimes boredom is part of the process. How are you going to overcome that? And finally, learn to manifest and visualize every day. Try acting like the person that you want to be. As a little bonus for you, compounding. You won't always see the progress on that day, but keep turning up, and by simple, small, actionable steps every day, you'll propel yourself towards that goal. So what does that actually look like in reality? Well, if we take my experiences and we look at how you can move from more of a junior member of staff to a senior member of staff, then it could look like this. Step 1, clearly define what it is that you want. I want to progress from my current role to the one that I want in the next 12 months. So, how do I progress from a junior member of staff to a senior member of staff within the business? Step 2, how could you get there? Well, obtain the job description. Identify the key responsibilities and attributes to the job that you want. Then be clear and honest on what you do and don't currently have. For instance, say you're great at managing your time and taking actions, but you haven't got the experience to lead or manage teams. Then finally, how can I get this? Is it training? Do I need to start doing something that I'm not already? And can I ask someone who already knows how to do it? Step 3. Break those goals down into smaller, actionable steps. You could enroll on a leadership course, learning how specific techniques and theories are used in the day-to-day business. You could shadow a senior employee to see how they perform the role. You could volunteer to assist with smaller, more simple tasks, such as leading meetings, with the goal of in 6 months' time, looking at how you can try and lead the day-to-day management of that project. Within this, I'd also recommend obtaining feedback from your team and clients regularly to see how you're progressing on those steps. Step 4, be clear on your success measure. For this specific instance, it could be in 6 months' time, I will be responsible for the day-to-day responsibilities of my project under the supervision of a senior member of staff. Step 5, acknowledge the sacrifices and changes that you need to make. If it is specific training that's required, you might need to undertake this outside of work hours or even take time away from work. You're also likely going to feel out of depth when you take on these additional responsibilities, but understand that embracing learning and having setbacks are all part of growth. Step 6. Manifest and visualize every day. Visualize yourself in that leadership position. Begin to act like the person you want to be and undertake the specific tasks that that person or role is doing. As a bonus, review this quarterly and adjust accordingly. You can either adjust your goals as they were a bit too much of a stretch this time, or hopefully you can set new ones because you've already smashed your targets. With a clear plan and continuous action, you can achieve anything you want. If you like this skill, do check out our first episode on success and failure and how to personally define your success.